President.
Good afternoon.
How will you tell us event for the day to do with the Wafu talk? How did it go?
It was very smooth, and we had a very successful, what I call it, a press briefing on the Wafu tournament. The Go TV Wafu Cup. That's the name of the competition.
President, just tell us, what exactly do you run by them? What exactly do you share with them that the general public ought to know about the Go TV Wafu Cup?
The Go TV Wafu Cup is a competition involving 8 nations scheduled to take place in Ghana at the Baba Yara Stadium from the 21st to the 28th of November this year. It is intended to offer an opportunity to teams going for the upcoming CHAN competition in South Africa to prepare themselves for the competition. It's made up of Ghana, Togo, Benin, Burkina Faso, Niger, Sierra Leone, Senegal, and then Gabon. The 8 countries have confirmed their participation, and we put in logistical arrangements in place to ensure the tournament comes off. We have booked hotels, we've made transport arrangements, we've also made arrangements for movement of teams, training facilities, feeding, accommodation, and so forth and so on, and everything is ready. The tournament is supposed to be an opportunity to showcase football talent in West Africa. West Africa is known as the heavyweight of African football. And this Wafu competition has been off for some time, but this is supposed to become a permanent feature of the West African football calendar. We're going to have it on an annual basis, but each year it will be determined by the upcoming CAF and FIFA events. So this year is a CHAN competition. The next time it may be an under 17 or under 20 or a women's competition, as the case may be. And we have sponsors who are backing it. We have Super Sports, who are the 30 sponsors. We have Coca-Cola, we have Kempon Group of Companies, we have Alisa Hotel, we have Midwest, we have GTV, we have Metro FM, we have Wadoma Hotel, we have Anita Hotel, Joyflux, Citakel. We have other partners who are coming on board.
President, this is supposed to be an encouraging step in seeing this through. Can you just tell us how difficult it's been and how generally you're hoping it will turn out?
Initially, it was difficult getting the program together and sponsorship to back it. But with time, we have been able to get some sponsors to back it. And we hope that it will turn out to be successful. We expect a heavy turnout from the public because of the huge interest football enjoys among the sporting public in Kumasi. And to reward the Kumasi fans, we have decided that when you buy a ticket to watch the games, you'll be eligible for a draw. And the first 2 winners will be taken as their prize to Brazil to watch the World Cup. The next 4 winners will be taken to South Africa to watch the CHAN competition. And it is a reward for how loyalty has helped Ghana football, has helped the Black Stars from fans in Kumasi.
That's fantastic, President. Again, do you get the impression that this becomes top draw for the numerous football fans here?
I think so. Let's see how this message gets down, how they take it. But these games are going to be held during the week, every day. People are going to sacrifice their businesses, their time doing other things to come and watch the games. And we think that it will encourage people to come.
Fantastic. President, to ask another question, this was off the calendar for some time, so it coming back on the calendar had some difficulty of a sort. Since you became the Wafu boss, this is one of the major steps you've taken. How much of a support do you get from your colleagues in the sub-region in seeing this through?
First of all, let me pay tribute to the General Assembly of the West African Football Union. They gave me the mandate and they offered me their support to do this thing. And some of them even invited me to their countries to look for sponsorship. We are still looking around the West African sub-region to get interested companies, but they have not relented at all in helping me to get this far. Each time they call to find out what they can do to help, and some are also pursuing sponsorship opportunities in their country. They are sharing ideas on how we can develop football in West Africa, and it keeps the organization on its toes.
President, can you assure us that this will not be a 9-day wonder, but this will be one consistent project that will put Wafu back on it for myself?
Yes, I want to assure you that it's not going to be a storm in a teacup or a 9-day wonder. It will be an annual event. And let me even add that from next year, we will be having 2 competitions in a year. They will be positioned within intervals of 6 months apart. So we'll do one probably June, July, we'll do another one December. And they will all be dedicated to different competitions. If one is under 20, the other one could be a women's competition. And we want to keep West African football busy so we can harness and unearth talent in West Africa. This will be a big platform for West Africa to restage and reassert itself as a leading football force in Africa.
That's brilliant, but how sustainable is this, especially when it will rely so much on corporate support in doing this?
Exactly. We have long-term relationships with some of our sponsors. SuperSport is going for 3 years, so at least for the next 3 years we are guaranteed sponsorship. And I believe that when we do it well for this year, many corporate institutions will also join because they would have seen the returns. These games are going to be live on SuperSport and GTV and many other television platforms, and so it will become attractive for sponsors to come on board. There will be pitch panels at the stadium. There will be other branding opportunities for sponsors to come on board, and I believe anybody who puts his money there will not regret it.
Okay, thanks for that, President. President, I now want to find out from you. You were on Stage Africa some weeks back, and you told us, come on, there's no issue of a technical director or support from Kwesi Appiah. I interviewed him. He says he doesn't need any support. He's not asked for it. President, with all what you've heard in the past 1 week, what do you make of it? How does it make you feel?
I ignore this because it's not coming from official sources. It might be the figment of somebody's imagination. Some various people have various reasons for putting out this kind of information. But I will advise the public to disregard it because it is not something we have considered. If the coach himself says he wants a technical director, we will help him. But if he has not requested it, we on our own may not find it an easy task or comfortable to do such a thing.
But President, just come back to this issue of technical director. I know we have Otia Kenten, and beside Otia Kenten, there are a top 3 senior coaches in Ade Ben Kofi who help him in the doing of his job. So why then would he even ask for a technical director then?
We were thinking that, when we went to the World Cup, we had Otia Kenten and Frimpong Manso and other people around to help the coach through scouting. If you request for that, that would be okay. But there were also views shared by the public that the World Cup stage is a big platform and he may need some assistance through some experienced hands to come on board. That's why I made it conditional that if he requests for it, we will, or if we have a meeting and he explains the need or the basis for it, we'll do it. But out of the blue, if we did something like that, it will amount to an imposition.
President, has there been anything of a sort coming from the ministry? Has the ministry made a request of the sort? Has the ministry proposed anything of the sort?
No, the minister or his deputy or any official of the ministry has not made any such proposal to the GFA. And so if anybody attributes it to the ministry, it's not correct. We are yet to qualify for the World Cup. So I believe at this time, let's concentrate on how we prepare for the Egypt game and disregard all these things happening.
President, tell me, are you very disappointed with the way this particular incident tends to disturb the focus for the second leg?
So. I believe it's a diversionary issue, and I'm worried that it can affect the team's preparation. So let's shelve it for a while. We can come back to it, but this is not the best time to talk about that.
President, just help me. We're talking about a major issue of a possible change of the match venue for the second leg. What's the latest? Have you heard about that?
We have up to the end of business today. FIFA has confirmed. I just got a text from FIFA that by the close of business today, they will communicate their decision to rest. And there are just 3 options. We may play the match in Cairo with spectators, or play the match in Cairo without spectators, or play the match at a neutral venue. We are ready for any of these because We don't determine venues for matches. It is FIFA that determines it. So whatever decision FIFA reaches, we will comply with it and prepare accordingly.
President, but there is the fear of all these happenings in Egypt not going to play on our players. As Samuajan came out clear to say, listen, myself and my colleagues do not feel comfortable going to play in Egypt. President, is it not an issue?
It could be, but it means we have a responsibility to psych them up and let them forget about this, whatever it is. It's too early now, but if FIFA says we should go to you, will go, and we will psych our players to meet the demands of the circumstances.
President, we say 5 goals to be considered by Ghana is possible, but it's not. It's possible, but it's not probable on these conditions. President, how much of a work are we doing about this so we do not miss out on Brazil 2014?
Yeah, as you rightly observe, it's most improbable that we'll go and lose 5-0. But preparing for such a match, you have to assume that you even lost the first leg. And so you need to put in extra effort to ensure that you win. Against the background that if we are to play in Egypt, the conditions there are not favorable. They are not conducive for a football game. So you have to go there as if you are going to fight on a battlefield, or as if you are going to Afghanistan or Iraq or anywhere that is in turmoil. We have to psych our players up. We have to prepare to confront the difficulties of the situation and prepare the minds of our players, prepare them physically as well through the technical wing of our team. And the management has to do everything possible in order to get the boys to play and get a good scoreline. And
President, for our preparation for the game, is this decision taken, not taking anything away from the preparation for this all-important game?
It's all part of our anticipation, the anticipatory issues that could influence the game. We have factored all these things, and we have antidotes to all the scenarios, whether we play in Cairo with spectators or without spectators or neutral ground. We have enough strategies to contain each of these situations. And so people should not panic. They should rest assured that enough measures will be put in place to ensure we qualify to the World.
So what's the plan for the preparation? When do we commence camping? Where, at what point are we going to camp? Where are we camping? And all others?
We will camp in Ethiopia. We will camp a week before the match. That will be around 11th. And then from there we move to Cairo. We play the match and then we come back to Accra the following day.
President, you've done it before. You've qualified Ghana to 2 World Cups already. I'm sure at the back of your mind, you know you can do it. Ghanaians believe you can do it as well. What level of assurance will you give once again that going for the second leg against Egypt, we will do all what we must to go to Brazil?
I don't want to tamper with people's expectations, but I will ask people to measure their expectation with some moderation now, and then just have confidence in us. They should pray for the team and also support the team as they have been doing. And we hope that we'll make it. We'll do our best to ensure that Ghana qualifies to Brazil. And we don't think that Egypt will stand our way to in preventing us from qualifying. We did everything possible to record a convincing scoreline in Ghana here, and we are capable of repeating the feat. We are going there to beat them and to confirm to them that Ghana is better than Egypt.
Thank you, President. But finally, before you leave me, just help me. Latest report we're getting is that Ghana Football Association intends to take GLO to court. What exactly are you seeking here?
We usually don't go to court. It's never happened that we've taken a sponsor to court. In spite of repeated defaults, we always try to engage and negotiate with our sponsors. But if negotiation goes on without yielding any dividend, then the last resort will be to go to court. We are hoping that we don't have to go to court. But if after a while, probably by early next year, we still haven't received our money, we may be compelled to go to court.
It doesn't look like GLO is really bothered.
The court will determine whether they should be bothered or not. And the court will determine whether we are entitled to payment of the sponsorship fees due us or not.
President, where did we get it wrong that there's become an issue with this particular payments for the sponsorship of the Glow League?
I don't think we did anything wrong. We did everything right. Glow was taken to court in Nigeria, so you should be asking them what have they been doing wrong that football associations are taking them to court. They should live up to their contractual obligations, and everybody will be happy.
In the last of few bits of information we got, we got information that suggested that Glow says you did not give them the necessary benefit at the league venues or the league centers, and for that matter, they want you guys to cut down on the money you're expecting.
That is different from paying arrears holders. If they have any reservations, they are entitled to table them before us. For our
so they've not done that yet?
No, I haven't heard that at any formal meeting. We've all been reading these allegations in the media. But be that as it may, we are amenable to any discussion that will lead to an improvement of the relationship. If we have not fulfilled our part of the obligations, they can draw attention, we will rectify it. But even now that they haven't paid, clubs are still wearing Glow logos on their jerseys. If we go to some league centers, there are still Glow pitch panels and so on. So they are even reaping beyond what they sowed, and I think that they better live up to their contractual obligations.
President, you're reputed for maintaining very good corporate relationship since you became the boss of the FA. I'm sure this is a sticking issue on your mind, and it worries and disturbs you as well. How quick will you assure Ghanaians that this will be done with good and early enough so that moving forward, this does not become a worry for prospective sponsors of Ghana football?
Yeah, we haven't taken Glow to court as I speak to you now. We still have 2-3 months. We are giving them every opportunity to pay the money. We believe that going to court is the last resort. We will not do that until we have exhausted all opportunities, all options, and still they refuse to pay. Then we'll go to court.
So for those outside who think the Football Association possibly is not fair to corporate entities, what have you got to say to them?
We are very fair. We respect contracts and we discharge our obligations under contracts. And we will always encourage sponsors to come on board.
Thank you very much, President. President, do this for me. You talk about the Go TV Wafu Cup. It will be live on GTV.
Okay. Go TV Wafu Cup 2013. The president of the West African Football Union. Go TV Wafu Cup will be live on GTV from 21st to 28th of November 2013. Everyone should make his way to the Baba Yara Sports Stadium and enjoy the